you a video on my personal top 10 weapons in COD and COD Modern Warfare 1, but they're almost the same. So at number 10 for me would personally come the G360 because it's an alright weapon. It's not the best. I'm gonna show you in a fire range how good it could be. It wouldn't take this many shots. The iron sights are pretty terrible. I would prefer a red dot with it, but it's an alright weapon if you think about it. So the iron sights are bad, but they're okay. Like I could survive without them until I got red dot. Once you unlock red dot, I would prefer to use it right away. Just use it right away. But it's an alright weapon after all. I would recommend Bandolier with this. Stopping power. And for your perk 3, maybe this one's hard. Most likely deep impact because you're not gonna do much with anything else. And number 10, number 9 would come the M14. The M14's it's a one-shot headshot kill, so that's alright. That's a good thing about it. It's 2-shot from the body. This is with stopping power. I'm not doing this. I'm doing all these. Most of these are with stopping power. It would be actually. It's though yeah. The G3 would probably be like a 4 to 5, a 3 to 5-shot weapon, which is alright, but it lowers your shot by 1 if you have stopping power, so it would be a 4 to a 3-shot weapon. But with the M14, without stopping power, it would be a 1 to 3-shot weapon. 3-shot being really super far, and 1-shot being like really close range. I know it would be a 3 to a 2-shot weapon. And a 1-shot only if you had stop and power, and a 1-shot only if you got a headshot. I'm pretty sure you can do it without stop and power or with stop and power. I don't know, but it would be a 2-shot anywhere on the body with stop and power. The iron sights, they're alright. I can work with them. You do probably better with what's it called? Red dot sight. Coming in our number 7, number 7 spot, probably have to be the the AK-74U. It's a pretty good gun. It's exceptional for a submachine gun. It's not the worst, it's not the best, but I would before I choose. I would choose the P90 or the P5 before I would choose the AK-74U. One thing that the AK-74U that most submachine guns don't have, where's this target? Oh, there it is AK-74U has more bullet penetration than all the other submachine guns. It's gonna be about from like a 3 to 4-shot kill on bases. 4-shot being like long range, and 3 shots being like medium and close range. And as usual, stopping power will make that into like. Actually, I don't really know the shots for this one, but I know it's a really good gun. Coming up at number 6, we have the M21. This gun is a really good sniper for like the beginners. You can just spam it. It's like 1-shot kill to headshot. It's practically a sniper version of the M16, but more. I'd choose this before I choose the M16. But it's a really good gun. At all, it's like really good. And if you were just to try grind points in your like a low level, I would prefer using this. This is a really good gun to use for a low level. Where's this target? But can I not see this target? Oh wow, I can see it well. But for a lower level, this is a really good sniper. Going into our next sniper, not next sniper. Going into our next gun, we have for number 5. I'm gonna give it to the. This is a hard one. There's a bunch of LMGs, but I'm gonna give it to the M60. M60 is it's a alright LMG. It's a really fast kill in LMG too. And it takes a couple shots to kill someone, but you can fix that with stop and power, and they'll be really good. The iron sights are alright, actually. I most likely prefer red dot, but the iron sights they're exceptional. They're okay. Most like the class I would use with this is probably like stop and power, deep impact, and probably bandolier. The reload time is pretty slow though. It's really slow. Coming up next would probably be the M10. Actually, no, not the M10. It would actually be the M4 carbine or the AK-47 because they're equally as good. The M4 carbine is like really terrible when it comes up to jug, but that's without stop and power. When it's stop and power, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal gun. It's gonna take like 4 or 5 shot without stop and power, 4 to 3 shot with stop and power, and the range is not too bad. And the recoil on this gun there's barely any recoil. It's so good when it comes to recoil because there's barely any, and that's where people debate between the AK-47 and the M4 is because of the recoil. One is more damage but less recoil, and one is more recoil and but more damage. Now let's do the AK-47. AK-47 is gonna be actually no, it's gonna be 4 to 3 shot weapon. You can lower that to 3 shot weapon with stop and power, and preferable class is bandolier, stop and power, and deep impact because you can get this has really high bullet penetration. You'll kill people really quickly with this weapon, and the recoil there's a decent amount of recoil, but it's off a red dot sight, and it'll be okay. Coming next for our number 3 spot, the G3. Whoops, the G3, phenomenal weapon. Actually no, and the number 3 spot, I messed that up. Not G3. And number 3 spot would actually be the M40. This is like what kind of started a sniping community. Not started like a big one, but like the started snipers. Phenomenal. 5 shots, chest and it's a headshot only if you without stop and power. Stop and power most likely because that's what you're gonna probably be using with this class. It's actually a 1-shot weapon to a chest and above, and yeah, and from the chest and below, it's gonna be a 2-shot weapon easily. And the reload, it takes a little longer reload because it's a sniper. And yeah, it's a really good. I would prefer to use deep impact with this. If you're trying to go for that trick shot, then use steady aim. But yeah, I would prefer. Most of the time, you're gonna want to be using stop and power. Also, bandolier is a really good one for the snipers or claymores. Coming into our number 2 spot, I'm gonna put the G3 and MP5 together. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the MP5 and the P90 together because they're both. One of them does more faster fire rate, but is more range. But one of them has more range. The MP5, phenomenal for medium to long, from medium to like short to medium range, and it's usually gonna be to like a 3 to 4 shot weapon with. No, actually no, I forgot what. But it's gonna be a fast fire. It's gonna be a fast rate kill for a weapon. I don't know. Fast time to kill with a weapon. I would prefer you to use steady aim because the hip marker box. I mean the not hip marker. The hip fire box is not that bad. Now let's go to the P90, and we also want to use stop and power and bandolier. With the P90, it's a faster fire rate, but you have less range. The hip fire spread is actually really good. Same as almost all SMGs in this game. You should use bandolier because you're gonna be using a lot of bullets with this gun. It's gonna take more bullets to kill people. I would use some stop and power. Phenomenal for this gun because this gun has a really fast time to aim. I meant time to fire. See? And last but not least, my personal favorite gun out of all the classes and out of all the guns in like this number one's gonna be 2 spots because these 2 are like really good. It's the G3 and the M16. They're amazing, phenomenal weapons. The G3 is more for a skilled player, like with a fast trigger finger, because you can shoot it really fast. The reload speed is it's much slower than all the assault rifle, but if you have a really quick trigger finger, then you'll love this gun. You'll drop people like really fast. And I would prefer you most likely want to use stop and power, bandolier, and deep impact. That's most of the classes. Also, for the G3, you might want to use red dot to get every single shot. And then also with the G3 would come the M16. This is a 1 burst with stop and power, 2 bursts without stop and power, and it's a really fast time to kill weapon. If you had stop and power on this, it's one of the most. It's 1 burst against jugs too. But you have to get all 3 bullets on. If you don't get all 3 bullets on, then you're kind of pooped but it's not that bad between the burst away. But someone can still kill you in between that if they have jug and you missed 1 bullet. I would prefer use bandolier because you're gonna use a lot of bullets with this. Deep impact and stop and power. As many weapons. Also with the G3, you can also use a stealth class. Unlike most guns, this one's actually one of the ones that you can actually use a stealth class. That and the MP5, you can use both the same stealth class. You're gonna want UAV jammer. You're gonna want bandolier, and you're gonna want deep impact and a suppressor. And they're actually really good class if you're like trying to play search and destroy something, because the other team doesn't know where you are, and you can still kill people really quickly. And that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys liked it. Those were my favorite 10 weapons in MWR. Peace.